Please subscribe to the channel as only 9.8% of you are subscribed to the channel. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel Platinum Bricks 95, and we're back again with another Lego Marvel review, and we're actually reviewing two sets at once again. Now, the reason that we're actually reviewing two sets at once is because the sets in question are quite small, so I figured I'd just make a bit of a longer video and I'd put them together. Now, onto the sets that we will be taking a look at. Now, we are taking a look at set number 76154, the Deviant Ambush, and 76145, the Eternals Aerial Assault. And if that didn't give it away, I'll give it away now. These are both sets from the Eternals wave. Now, the Eternals wave consists of 4 sets. And the very cool thing that I do actually really like about these sets is each set comes with one unique minifigure. However, I will say when it comes to the Eternals movie, I did feel a bit like this. Yeah, it wasn't great. It really wasn't. If you really like that movie, respect to you. But if you're like me, I just thought it was not very good. I enjoyed probably about 25% of it. And yeah, just wasn't for me. So that's why I'm excited to take a look at these sets. See how movie accurate they are as well. That is very important. Even though I don't like the movie, I do want them to be accurate to the movie. And also because I'm pretty sure that the Lego sets are better than the movie. So as per usual, guys, I've babbled on for way too long. Let's get right into the review, and we will start with the minifigures from the smaller set. Let's go! Alright then, guys, well here we are taking a look at the minifigures, and as I said, I was going to start with the smaller set, and so we will start with Icarus. Now, this is Icarus from the Eternals. And I will start by saying I do think that his hair colour is completely wrong. It needed to be a dark brown because that's what it is in the movie. However, when we take a look at his minifigure, I've got to say, and I will say this straight away, all of the Eternals printing on their torsos and legs is just, I mean, it really is just amazing. It really is. I mean, they have paid attention to detail. And I do like the fact that they are quite movie accurate with when it comes to the printing anyway, at least. Now, I'm not sure, but I do think that he has a dual molded head. Yeah, just a sterner look. You know this by now. You get a smile and a stern look. And I wouldn't be surprised if all of the other minifigures are exactly the same. However, when we take a bit of a closer look at this printing, you can see that it's not entirely seamless from legs to torso. As I've said, this is not the exclusive minifigure from this set, so I'm not overly fussed as we do get other versions of him. However, I will say it's a good minifigure. All of the Eternals minifigures are quite good. I don't know, I don't really like blue that much, so but it does look, it is a very nice minifigure. It's just a shame that the hair's the wrong colour. Anyway, we'll take a closer look at the exclusive minifigure from this set. Now, this is Sprite from the movie, and straight away, I'm going to say, I don't know why they haven't given her movable short legs. They've just given her ones that don't move, and I'll be honest, I hate these. I really don't like these small legs that move. I remember getting them very young when I was a kid, and I had them with Dobby. I think, or it might have not even been Dobby, it could have been the grip hook. The, I forget what he is, but it's from Harry Potter, and that's the first ever pair of these legs I've ever had, and I really, really don't like them. However, onto the torso printing, you can see that it's very, very nice. Again, a lovely colour minifigure as well. You're not actually seeing how turquoise this is. This looks more cyan through the camera, but it is very turquoise and it is very nice. A bit of back printing, but nothing special. And her hair is quite accurate, actually, to the movie. Again, we will just take a look and see if she's got a second face. She does. It's more of a scared look. So scared or smiling. So not bad. Not bad in general. So guys, now we'll take a look at the minifigures from the other sets. And I will start with Makari. And now this is Makari from the Eternals. And I will straight away say, I really do like this minifigure. I like the use of colours, and again, it's accurate to all of these minifigures are very accurate to their movie counterparts, and I will say that, and I do think that this is a very good one on a whole. Now, if you don't know, Makari's very fast, that's her thing, she's speedy, and I will straight away say that her torso printing and her leg printing is amazing. Now, again, apart from Sprite, every Eternal does have leg printing, which is really nice. I'm really happy that they all got leg printing. However, as you can see, it's not the most seamless. I won't lie to you. You can see it's not the most seamless. You can see that just there, that is very off-center. Now, it's not a massive problem in the great scheme of things, but even if you take a look from the distance, you can quite clearly see that grey line running along there. Bit of a problem, but on a whole, not terrible. Now, we will take a look at her face from the back, which is very nice. More of a questionable face this time. Very nice. And I will straight away say that I absolutely love this back printing. I love this design here. I really do think it looks really cool. And I think, yeah, I do think Makari is a very, very nice minifigure. And again, completely movie accurate. Apart from his hair, so far, we've had pretty good movie accuracy. Now, getting on to my favourite character from the Eternals, and yes, I am biased because she was amazing as Lara Croft, and I am a 90s baby, so I am in love with Angelina Jolie. It's what all 90s babies do. However, Thena is an amazing minifigure. I really do like Thena. I also really like the colour scheme here. It's sort of like a cream blended with gold. And now, I'm normally not the biggest fan of gold. In fact, I'm not a fan of gold in general. But I'll say that the use of gold here is just the right amount. It's okay, you just can't overwhelm me with it. And I will straight away say that her minifigure is amazing. And again, we do have some back printing, and I'll show you the back of her head. This is more of an angry face. Again, if you haven't seen the movie, quick spoiler here, she does go a bit crazy in the movie. So I was expecting more of a sort of possessed look, but angry, I suppose, works. Now, as you can see, some back printing, nothing too fancy, but very nice. Again, the right amount of gold, which is really important. So yeah, on a whole, a really nice minifigure. All of the Eternals, I keep saying it, all of the Eternals are really nice. Again, bit of a problem when it comes to seamless. You can see that in her defense, it's meant to be seamless. However, that line just does exist, and it does appear, and it is quite obvious. So a bit of a letdown there, but in general, again, another amazing minifigure. Now, we are moving on to the exclusive minifigure from this set. And even though I love you, Angelina, I've got to say this is the best minifigure of the lot. This is Gilgamesh from the movie, and I will straight away say it's just gorgeous. I'm a bit biased because of the green. I absolutely love the colour green. And again, gold, but blended in a way where you can sort of say, okay, well, there's not too much. It's not overpowering. From the back, it's overpowering. From the front, it's actually okay. I do think that. And obviously, if you do take off his power fists, it's a lot more subtle, and I do like that. But I will obviously keep his attachments on, if I can get them back on, because it is, again, it's movie accurate. This guy is basically really strong and can hit people. Anyway, taking a look at his actual minifigure, now you can see that he has gorgeous front printing, torso printing, beautiful leg printing. Again, everyone's had good leg printing so far. Probably the most seamless, but again, a noticeable line, which is a bit disappointing. And I know I haven't said it yet, but all of these minifigures all have really cool uses of circles. I really do like that. I do like that design as a whole. And onto the back again, more circle design, but you know, just printed on the back, nothing too fancy. Again, back printing is standard in Marvel nowadays. Oh, and it's actually his happy face. How about that? I've got them the wrong way round then. His happy face is meant to be at the front. I like them all looking smiley and positive, not so angry and brooding. But there, you can see his brooding face and his happy face, but we'll stick with the happy face. So on a whole, guys, I thought I'd do something a bit different here. On a whole, I would say that Gilgamesh is the best minifigure, followed by Thena, followed by Makari, followed by Sprite, or actually probably followed by Icarus and then followed by Sprite. I'm not the biggest fan of the Sprite minifigure. Alright then, guys, well, that was a closer look at the minifigures. We're now going to take a look at the builds from each of these sets, and we're going to start with the smaller set. So yeah, let's go! Alright then guys, well this is the build from the smaller set number 76145 Eternals Aerial Assault. And I think you know what I'm going to say, as I literally have just taken a piece off by accident there. You know what I'm going to say, this set is really, really flimsy. However, before I get into critiquing it too much, I want to talk about the positives. Now, the positives is straight away the price point of this set. I think this set is still in retail, so this set actually costs £9, so the same price as a mini-mech. However, I will say with this set you do get 2 minifigures, which is good, but the build is worse than the mini-mech build. So it sort of evens out quite nicely. However, this thing just, aesthetically it looks nice. There is a use of stickers, as you can see here, everywhere. Basically, all of the printed pieces are stickers, except for, I don't think that's a sticker there, so I'll give it credit there. However, it looks nice, but it falls apart like you wouldn't believe. It's very flimsy. Again, I don't like pieces like this, basically, where you have to get everything at a certain angle, and they often like point out like that, and you have them all uneven. I really, really don't like that. However, I think they always look good, like I'm saying, but it's just a nightmare to manage putting them how you want or displaying them how you want. However, I will say, again, as I've said before, aesthetically very nice. Limited use of gold, I do like, and the nice use of maroon here, I really do like that, and the sort of use of turquoise. Again, I really do like that, and the right amount of gold. However, I'm not entirely sure what deviant this is meant to be from the movies. I really couldn't tell you, because I've only seen the movie once, I think, and I really didn't enjoy it, so I haven't rewatched it. So maybe I'll rewatch it before I review the other sets. However, this set is okay, and I can't slate it too much because of the price point, and the fact you get 2 minifigures with it is not something to be laughed at. I do think that is very good. However, if you can't see here, basically there's a ball joint there and there's a ball joint there, but they're not set exactly so. So this doesn't, so if you actually try and stand this straight, they're all at a different angle, which really, really bugs me. I love symmetry. So yeah, it does really annoy me. But on a whole, again, the price point is so good that I'm not going to complain about the fact that it is a bit flimsy. And I do think it does look very cool. Like, I do think most of the things in the Eternals line do look very cool and quite movie accurate, although I'm not entirely sure what deviant this is meant to be. So yeah, on a whole, not a bad build, and yeah, it just flimsy, and that is my own personal thing. You know this by now. If you've been watching for a while, guys, you know that by now I don't like my Lego sets to be flimsy and fall apart a lot, and that is the downside of £9 sets. They're never normally structurally sound. Alright then guys, well that was a closer look at the build from this smaller Lego Eternal set. We're now going to take a look at the bigger build from this bigger Eternal set. Let's go. Alright then guys, well here we are taking a look at the bigger build from the bigger Lego Eternal set number 76154, the Deviant Ambush. Now, straight away, I'm going to tell you, I know what Deviant this is. Spoiler alert for you that haven't seen the movie, but it's the Deviant that eats Gilgamesh and gets Gilgamesh's powers, hence why he's got such big sort of legs here. Now, taking a look at the build from a whole, I'm going to hold it up this way so you can sort of get a top-down view. Straight away you can tell it just, again, it looks really good. It just does look very cool. And from the side it looks cool, from the front it looks cool, and you can move its head. So yeah, on a whole, aesthetically, lovely. And I will straight away say that it has a lot of maneuverability, like the fists can move around, or the front legs, whatever you want to call them, can move around. All right, yes, sometimes these bits do get in the way, but I will say that on a whole, very good sort of, you know, movability or maneuverability, if you like. Now, and then there's legs back here that do the same thing as well, but and are sort of, you're sort of meant to stand him on his back legs, and then sort of you can have one leg up, one leg down, that sort of thing. However, before I say any more about this set, I just want you to look at this, because this is one of my really weird pet peeves with this set. When you lay him flat down like that, it looks like a dead frog. Like, that looks like a dead frog. Like, if you get rid of that, that's a dead frog there. So yeah, it does look pretty weird. But on a whole, I will straight away say that this Lego set is very movie accurate. Again, like I said, with the scene with Gilgamesh, when he does eat Gilgamesh, he gets Gilgamesh's powers. And I do think that it is very accurate to the movie. And again, these are printed pieces, these side pieces here, so very nice. But again, use of stickers is a shame, but you've got to expect this by now with Lego Marvel. They don't really give you many printed pieces. In terms of structurally, alright, I will say it's, even though it's very sort of structurally sound, like it's not going to break apart, the legs at the back don't really sort of complement it that well when you're trying to pose it. Like, it does work in points like that, but if you try and get any creative with it, they do fall over a lot. But on a whole, not terrible. And if we take a closer look at these don't actually break off, but are really annoying again to sort of get in the position that you really want them to be in. But on a whole, aren't terrible. Now, you do get some maneuverability here. I will say that these do break off a little bit, which is annoying. Anything held by one clip sort of breaks off a lot of the time, but on a whole, not terrible. And again, similar sort of story for his mouth under here, but again, not terrible. So yeah, on a whole, I would say that this set is, whilst it is very movie accurate, it also looks very good and is structurally sound with a little bit of flimsiness. So on a whole, I would say this set is really, really quite good actually. Alright then guys, well that was my review and closer look at these Lego Eternal sets. We're going to get right into my pros and cons and rating out of 10. And I guess we'll get there right now. Let's go! Alright then guys, well that was my review and closer look at these two Lego Eternal sets. We're going to get right into the pros and cons, and I'm going to start straight away with the first pro, and that is the price point of these two Lego sets. So, the smaller of the two sets, this one, cost £9, and the bigger of the two cost £18. Now, I will straight away say, I actually got this as a gift, but again, I wouldn't be mad paying £9 for it, and I think I did pay £18 for this one. However, the reason I'm happy with the price is, A, I told you about the flimsiness of this build, but that is to be expected with a set that costs £9. You can't expect it to be really structurally sound, especially if it's sort of a mech. Like, they are going to fall apart, unfortunately. And this set, for being £18, comes with a really cool build. But the real kicker is that each of these sets has one exclusive minifigure, and that is the thing I love about the Eternal sets. There's only 4 sets, and each one of them has one exclusive minifigure, and I really, really like that, because then that way, or I think actually one of them has 2 exclusive minifigures. I'll have to check. You'll see in my next 2 reviews. So yeah, I really do like the exclusive minifigure thing. Now, on to the second pro of these sets, the accuracy. Now, again, I don't know what deviant this is meant to be. However, this one is very accurate. And the way these look aesthetically, and not just the builds, the minifigures too, I think they are all incredibly accurate to the movies. Now, I think that's really important. As someone who loves the MCU and tries to get all of the Lego, I want it to be as accurate as it can. Now, I understand with Endgame and No Way Home, or Far From Home, or whichever one it is, that they couldn't give us those sort of Lego sets, which is fine, because they don't want to spoil the movies. I understand that. But I will straight away say that these are incredibly accurate to the movies. So the third pro, guys, is definitely the minifigures. The minifigures just look good. They are accurate to the movie. They're pretty cool. They're quite bright and colourful. I will say that not a lot of them come with accessories, because their powers are not necessarily, they don't use a lot of weapons. But some of them do. However, not all of them do. But I will straight away say that they just look really good, and they are very cool minifigures. On to the final pro of these sets is that they are very manoeuvrable. They have a lot of playability, because they are both basically sort of mech builds, if you like. They are very good, and they offer a lot of playability, which is very important for, you know, younger people that are buying this set. However, for me, it's not the most important thing, but that's why I always include it in these reviews, because I know that's the purpose of these sets. Now, on to the cons. Now, one con that really sticks out in my mind
again with most things, is bits will break off. I know I say it all the time. This is very flimsy and bits will break off, and bits of this will break off eventually. However, I will straight away say that to counteract that, they're both pretty structurally sound and they both do look pretty good. But yeah, you know by now that is one of my biggest pet peeves, is when you get a Lego and you go and pick it up and something breaks off. That really annoys me, and again, unfortunately, that does just happen with these sets. The second con that I'm going to say straight away is that I don't really like Sprite's legs. And that's about it really, because the rest of the sets are very good, but Sprite's legs are a real letdown. I think we should move past these static mini legs. Just give us the ones that turn. Why are you giving me... Anyway, I'm getting way overboard. If that is the only other con that I can think of, these must be pretty good sets. However, as I've stated before, the movie wasn't good. I really didn't enjoy it. Let's see that clip again. It did just make me feel like that inside. It really did. So guys, we're going to get into the ratings now. And I'm going to start with the smaller of the two sets. And I'm straight away going to give it an 8 out of 10. Which is baffling to me, by the way. Because when I started YouTube again, I was actually going to start with these Eternal sets. And I remember getting this set and thinking, oh, it's not very good. And I thought in general, I really wouldn't like the Eternal sets. However, I'm slowly coming to realise that they are decent. So yeah, definitely an 8 out of 10, because if the legs and the fact that bits break off, which tends to happen with £9 sets, is the worst thing about it, I can't knock any more marks off. So, on to the bigger of the two sets, and it's going to get a higher score, guys. I'm going to give this set a 9 out of 10. Just purely based off the price, the playability, the look, the aesthetic, the movie accuracy, and the minifigures, and the fact that Gilgamesh is quite clearly an awesome minifigure. What can I knock points off for? What? Things break off. Things break off. That is it. And I don't really want to go out giving 10 out of 10s willy-nilly, because that is reserved for brilliant Lego sets. And I won't say this is a brilliant Lego set, but I would say it is a very, very good Lego set. So that way, it definitely deserves a 9 out of 10. Alright then guys, well that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. A big shout out to all my new subscribers. I don't know why, but in the last sort of 2 days I've gained like 10 subscribers. So if you're watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and thank you for coming on this journey with me. If you could like, comment and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. Also, get down in the comments, let me know what you think of these sets, and let me know what you thought of that horrendous Eternals movie, please. I want to find someone who actually really enjoyed it, so that I can have a conversation with them and they can tell me what they liked, because I thought it was awful. Also, please check out my Instagram. It will be linked down in the description below. It's just photos of my Lego Marvel minifigures. It's nothing too fancy. So then, guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, all that's left to say is I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.